In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 steps to create the perfect mood board for any room makeover for free. Hi there, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Kristen from My Home Your Home, and I help women save time and money with every DIY decorating decision. Now you might be wondering, what the heck is a mood board and why do I even care? Well, a mood board is literally the magic piece that helps you determine if the items you want in your room makeover will actually go together before you ever buy anything. There are 3 types of boards designers use. One is a mood board. That's the one we're going to talk about today. Another one is a design board, which is actually more of like put it in the room and see it in more of a real life look. And then there's a 3D rendering, which is the type of thing you see on Fixer Upper in those design shows where they actually walk you through the digital 3D model of your space. Now today I'll be talking about the creating a mood board piece in PowerPoint. So step 1 is to list the items you need to source for the room, such as like wall art, paint colors, furniture, rugs, whatever you need in there, you want to source that. Now, if there's stuff you already are using that is in the room, you either want to take a really good picture in natural light or see if you can find that item again on wherever you bought it and see if you can grab a snippet of their picture. Now, step 2 is to do your research to find the items that you think you want for the room makeover. So the next thing you want to do is actually go online and start researching. What do you like? What do you don't like? What kind of things are going to catch your eye and that you think you want to incorporate in here. And then when you go to put all of this in your mood board, you'll be able to see, do they go together? Do they not? And then you'll continue doing the research that way. And then for steps 3 through 5, I'm actually going to show you those on PowerPoint.
Okay, so I'm going to talk you through how to create a mood board in PowerPoint, how you can grab the images that you want to put in and place them into PowerPoint just like I have here. So first things first, you want to open a new presentation, and then you want to get rid of the boxes that show up. And then we're going to go to whatever items that you want. So you should have already sourced these items when you go to do this. So I have a mirror I'm going to show you and some drapes. So let's start with the mirror. So you want a face forward usually. And if you're on a Mac, you want to hit Command Control Shift 4 all at the same time. And that will give you this hash mark to select. Now, if you're on a PC, you can do 2 things. You can right click and save image to your desktop, or you can hit print screen, and then when you paste it into PowerPoint, you can just remove the stuff you don't want. But for us, this is the best way on a Mac. And you could get as close to the edges as you want, like if you know that this is going to be the edges you have, or you could just get a general view. I'm going to go close to the edge here, copy that. And you can hear that it just copied. So I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. If you're on a Mac, you can hit Command V and that will paste, or right click and paste on any computer. But notice there's this background that we don't want. So the cool thing about PowerPoint is if you go to picture format, you can actually remove the background. Now it doesn't always do a great job at first. So you want to make sure you move this to show like my image is in here. And it may do a very good job at actually picking out this. So anything in pink is going to get deleted. If you wanted to keep areas, maybe it thought it was supposed to do something, you could use this to keep areas, or if it had areas you didn't want, you could use this to remove it, and I'll show that in the next one. But when you keep changes, now this is transparent, so I can adjust this however I want. And when I start to layer things like this, you can see there's nothing, no box around it anymore. So it actually looks like it would look in your house. Okay, so that's how you do something kind of simple that's face forward. But what about something like drapes? So again, same thing. We're going to do Command Control Shift 4, or right click and save image. You want to get whatever pieces you want here. And then we're going to go back to PowerPoint. We're going to paste it in. And then again, we want to remove the background. So picture format, remove background, adjust where your item is. And sometimes it'll pick up what you want and sometimes it won't. So like this didn't really, it picked up, it thinks I want the window. So I'm going to do mark areas to keep. So I want all of this. I'm just going to run these plus signs around where the pink is to get what I want. And I'm going to want this up here. And it also ended up keeping some of this wall. I don't really want that. So I'll have to go in and mark areas I don't want. So I don't want all of this. I don't want a lot of this up here. Okay, that's pretty good. But I do want this part. Now you can decide if you want to, let's see, I want a little more of that. If you want to keep the window, if you don't want to keep the window, I like to keep the window just because it makes it look more realistic, but it's totally up to you. You can keep parts of the wall if you want the trim here. You could keep that and put like a color behind here to see what the paint would look like. Either way, but when you're done, you'll keep changes that way. And you can see, like, maybe if it's a little, you're like, oh, that's annoying, you can just go back in and add that area. And that should fix it. Yep. And that's pretty realistic there. Now, if you notice, this one's over the top of this and that one's behind. If I wanted the mirror to be on top, I can hit bring forward and it would move it in front. If I wanted to send it backwards, I would hit send backwards. If you hit these arrows, there's a bring all the way to the front or bring or send all the way to the back. So that's options there. And that's how I got this to have all these layers. So where the dresser's sitting on top of the rug, this is sitting on top of the rug, etc. So that's how you do it.
Not too bad, right? Anyone can make a mood board pretty quickly and easily, but what if you do really want to try it on in your space? Now that's where a design board comes in. Now my preferred method for design boards is to utilize Photoshop. It's my favorite way to get a more realistic view of your room before you ever buy anything, but Photoshop can be a little bit intimidating. I don't know if you've ever tried to use it. There's a lot going on there, but there's good news. You don't have to learn Photoshop to be able to have an amazing design board for your next room makeover, because I can do it for you. Now, I have been doing this for myself, my family, and friends for years, and I figure it's probably about time to start sharing my expertise and this amazing tool to help you create your perfect room makeover. It's so important because seeing items in your home before you buy them, it's worth its weight in gold. Not only does it save you time, but it saves you money because you're not worrying and returning and buying and all the things that go in with the frustrations of not knowing if it's going to work. My Try It On Design Board service is literally going to be the best money you have ever spent on your home. So if you want more info, you can visit resources.myhomeyourhome.com/try it on. Thanks for watching and subscribing to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.